They got a better shot on Inferno, Hank. How's that landed on your eardrums?
Well, it can't get much worse than Dust 2, to be honest with you. They didn't really turn up on their map pick at all. So I echo his sentiments, and Simple looking to cause absolute carnage at the start. The CZ with armor as well. They invested a lot into him there, Alex, and he gets nothing done at all.
Oh, $1150 just thrown immediately down to the battlefield. Simple gone, squandered. A heavy investment into this round. Aggression caught by the two players. Ready and waiting on those T round. This is a boost, likely a run boost straight in. Golden, he does manage to draw the fire and then some. How did he get the shot? I swear he was looking at the ground. Doesn't matter, more to come. Flusher and Flamey all connecting in one burst of frags, and it's a team ace, no issues. All players from Fnatic left standing.
So, unfortunately, from what I've seen from Navi in the outings I've seen of them recently, they're kind of slipping back into that mindset that Simple feels like he has to do everything, right? He's kind of been given a CZ, he's pushing down middle. There's no real backup there. If he gets one kill, he may get one, but he's going to be taken down pretty much straight away. He got nothing. I love this creative play, though, from Fnatic. The run boost, I didn't think it'd work out for them, but they actually managed to take the crosshairs away from the key choke point and just flood the bomb site after that. It's going to have to be the force buy from Navi here. They've gone with CZ pretty much across the board, apart from Simple, who's gone for the Deagle and Helmet here. He's got one smoke, and that's the aim of the game here. Try and get as much utility as you possibly can. Try and avoid those grenades if possible. Boomich down at 29 points of health. Going to sit behind the smoke now and just try and get one cheeky kill if possible. Going to fall right back now. So, banana control should be granted towards Fnatic, no problem. Simple managed to do significant damage to a couple of players previous round, but he's going to have to do a lot more.
Definitely something to keep my eye on as well is that occasional bad habit to feel like he has to do it all. It's something that, of course, we've seen time and time again at various...
It was pretty telling when you told me that when everyone else went out to go huddle outside and do whatever they do in between maps, he was still there just killing AFK players. He got like 200 kills just trying to get himself back in the zone, just frag everyone. And I think that's kind of reflected on that pistol round almost. He's like, right, I'm warmed up. Let's do this.
It did feel like that.
Let's have a statement round here.
165 kills in the warm-up. I just want one in that pistol round, but he didn't get it. And instead, second round force buy is going well for Electronic. Close quarters, and he's... Oh, look at that. He ducks the Roland spray. Still living in that smoke. He's done an awful lot with a little. Crims, however, makes that MAC-10 sing into the brain of Simple, and lots of tagged up CTs. Bomb down. There's still CTs lingering around, though. And you do see JW eat some lead down to one. It's not impossible for them here. Perfecto and Flame would have to hit some cracking shots.
They really would have to, and through smoke at this point as well. That smoke is very powerful indeed. You can throw that safely from the pit. Completely root any sort of vision from the CTs. Any chance of retaking has been thwarted, and we'll see ourselves at a 2-0 scoreline. You might as well save these CZs at this point. Flame will take one down, but that means he'll have nothing going into the next. Doesn't really do too much for them, so Boomich and Perfecto will be saving the CZs and armor. So, find ourselves in an eco position. Fnatic on their map, pick up 2-0, presumably 3. Can't really invest in grenades, and that's really all Inferno is about. It's having the utility to whittle down the clock, inflict damage at the start. And it's a great start here from Fnatic, to say the very least.
I think 3 members of Fnatic are all displaying Katowice pins. ESL 1, Ancient. My goodness. Champions. And only 3 teams champions of this event. I found that stat the one that really stood out when I was reading the preview article. Fantastic write-up from Professor. Just saying that it's Fnatic, Astralis, and VP. 3 names who have lifted a trophy at the Katowice stage.
3 times. Kind of insane. But here we go then. CZs. Those P250s. Like I said, can't really justify grenades here. Perfecto, nice idea to be boosted up towards the porch, but unfortunately mowed down by that MAC-10. Boomich might be able to get 1 kill here, but everyone on Fnatic's looking very sharp right now, I have to say. MAC-10 should be able to find one, not quite, doesn't really manage to fire off any bullets here at all, but it's drawn everyone away from that B site. So the MAC-10 solo play, absolutely fine, because it's actually won them the round. You can see they've guaranteed success here, and the B-bomb site completely open. They'll save a MAC-10 on the CT side. You might as well just go for 1 kill on that and get the $600 kill reward if possible. Open plant, job done.
Job done.
There it is. Warcraft 3 reference for you old schoolers out there.
Not even done well.
Not even done well.
But here's the sound. Doesn't look like Flamey has any intentions to, as you said, suggested, a chance to perhaps just get that kill reward. Of course, he's not going to be able to do too much with that SMG into the next. It's certainly a possibility that would have made sense. But Fnatic securing their 3. And taking a quick glance at the scoreboard, you can see that it has been entirely a team effort. All members of the Swedish squad off the starting mark, and 3 members of Navi yet to draw blood.
Good point. They'll save the CZs and a MAC-10. I'll be surprised if anyone uses that weapon going into this first go round, considering they're a map down and 3-0 in this second. But you could use that, I suppose, as Inferno. If ever there's a map to have close-range weaponry, this could be it. So they will hold on to it. Presumably Simple will get out the AWP here. Time will tell. He's currently got a CZ. Is there a sniper on the floor for him? Which there is. Okay, so he's got the AWP. And I agree with him. He said that he thinks that Inferno's amazing for CT side AWPs. I absolutely agree. T side for me, it's not as impactful. It depends on the player, I suppose. But yeah, CT sided AWPs can be absolutely astonishing. Especially if they get in the zone, they start feeling it, start reading the game. We'll see if Simple can find that Zen state.
Quick reaction when that flash was on its way. Tucks himself in towards the Arch, has Perfecto in support. And elsewhere, Flasher starting his campaign towards the banana. One and done. Simple will back away, reposition, and Crim's forces one straight back. Fnatic back in control.
Yeah, that was towards Arch. Young Gunner Perfecto removed. 4 and 4. Certainly favors the T side on Inferno because you're stretched so thin on this particular map, and that's a great shot from Golden, really coming into his own now, and Electronic's in a lot of trouble. They know he's going to drop down. Golden has his number, but can he find the killing blow? They know he's going to be stuck in that position. It's the MAC-10 at range. It actually comes out on top, a 3 versus 3 now, but not for very long, and now the MAC-10 will be upgraded to an M4, and unfortunately for Flamey, it's just going to be him in a 3-on-1, 4-0, pretty much written on the wall at this point.
I think Crim's got both of his frags without any vision of his opponent. I think the first 3 smoke onto Perfecto, and the second, well, flashed. No issues. Bomb on the back of Flusher, and they'll be making sure that goes down. And they will take the 4th. So Navi still yet to break this goose egg, and the main issue for them at this point in time has simply been fragging. Just straight up, simple Counter-Strike fundamentals. You got to shoot them if you want to win. So far, the Swedes have been so sharp.
Yeah, they really have. I guess we'll see the replay of what Crims did there. If they were both through smoke, that's pretty ridiculous. But for me, that 1 kill from Golden, that was everything. He was applying so much pressure there. He hasn't really missed a shot yet. He's on 4 and 2, right? But like the shots and the kills he's found have been so impactful and found so much space. I think he's still criminally underrated as an individual. Like, he's a fantastic in-game leader. He's seen the mid-round calls today have looked really strong from Fnatic. They haven't really made any mistakes in terms of rushing here against pistols. Like, it's been a very clean game. Individuals are looking strong. New coach Samuelson in as well, just to note that. I'm not sure many people have been talking about that fact, but remember, it was Jumpy was part of this organization for 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is quite a significant change.
And Fnatic, JW in particular, during the interview, he stated as well that they wanted to get rid of as much of the old Fnatic as possible when rebuilding. They valued Jumpy. They didn't discredit his ability to coach, but they wanted to just, he was so attached to what they were, and they wanted to be something different.
That's fair enough. You need to keep up. The game's changing every single day. If you feel like you found into a bit of a slump, you have to change things up. Simple will be doing just that, repositioning towards middle, from middle towards the B side of the map here. Gets the opening frag towards JW. It's normally himself and Flasher just helping themselves to that side of the map. So a bit of an execution towards B, but that's just a bit of a ruse. You can see the smoke's down, just trying to keep Simple and Flamey on that side of the map as they investigate their options towards middle.
Golden, the first one up, the only one committing to brackets. No hesitation. When you've got names like Rod and Flusher and Crims behind you, you're going to have full faith.
Well, they've got map control, so they've taken that vision away from the CTs towards middle and banana. So that means they can't really rotate people around freely and have an understanding as to what's happening. So they're just going to hold their current positions, batten down the hatches. Perfecto towards Arch, Boomich and Electronic in towards the pits. Flamey and Simple waiting towards B. That's Broland trying to hold them on that side of the map. Unfortunately, didn't get a kill. Electronic takes him down the FAMAS. Simple gonna get a couple there. Looks like he's lined up quite nicely. Swims out, nails the first shot. Looking for that second. There it is. Enough done now. Doesn't need to give up the AWP.
Round should be his. Golden, however, accelerating, try and catch Perfecto's flank off, and that's lovely from the in-game leader. Fragging in-game leaders, it really is the year of them. Blame, Nexa, all impressing in recent memory.
Yeah, good point. I don't think that holds much weight anymore. Oh, he's an in-game leader. He's not going to frag that much. I don't think that's going to work. Like, the game's getting crazy in terms of individual skill. Like, I don't think that's a bit of a cop-out.
Gone are the days. Yeah. Way gone are the days. You just have to work even harder. Fist bumps come in as Navi do get off the starting mark. Crucial one. And Simple started that. Let's not forget that actually him falling to Golden's influential frag on quad was how Henry identified the last round was stolen from them. Well, this time it's Simple's double to secure it. Heading towards B, holds the line. And you can see that lovely first shot. Flusher gave it a good go on the second towards Coffins, but not to beat. And even plucking Golden out of the air.
Now that's more like it from Simple. He keeps that up, we might stick around.
More of that, please.
Could be a third map on the cards here. Time will tell. But there's going to be a lot more of that, you're right. Molotov at the corner. Boomer should be at that sandbag pretty much every single round. I don't know how he gets away with it. In games I've watched, he gets naded almost every single round and goes down to 1 HP. But he's never dissuaded. He always wants to hang out at the sandbags and seems to make it work. You
do see a distinct lack of players playing sandbags because of all the reasons you listed. Perhaps that's it. Because even if he's got 10 HP, then for Sieges, they've been trained just not to check it. For now, though, gathering their forces up middle, and Electronic does catch a boatload of damage. Chunked down to just 18. Playing that pit side, though, just a headshot angle, it's not going to be too difficult for him.
No, I don't hate this from Navi. Like, giving up middle's fine. It just seems like every round they're just giving it up. I guess nothing's really been working out for them so far. They're losing those individual duels, so that kind of makes sense. 45 seconds, though. Bomb still down at T-spawn. Flash up. Alone towards B for now. Roland's going to have to get his skates on and get that bomb. It looks like a B split through spawn to me. A banana split, if you will, Alex. Extra creamy.
Hundreds of thousands?
Yes.
I hope.
It might be. So here it comes. Through CD spawn they go. They have no idea. There's still 3 players towards the CT side. If they just get 1 kill through the smoke here, that's going to be it. He pushes through the flames, and he gets taken down by them. Really haven't gone well. Gets 1 kill, but that, unfortunately, is the round.
Yeah, said with conviction, and rightfully so. You can see 3 members of Navi, all 3 remaining on the other side of the map as that bomb does go down. That's the sign of a round 1. And the 5th added to the tally for Fnatic on the 2nd map of this series, the last of our 2nd day here.
Now, that's exactly why I say that giving up mid-control like that is a real problem. You have no information as to what they're doing. They've actually got mid-control, smoked off library, got 2 players at the top of B as well. You can't give up banana and full mid-control, otherwise that's going to happen. They had no idea anyone was in CT spawn at that point. We still had the last 3 remaining players tucked up in the same crossfire when they were killing players towards B. They had no idea that was happening. You simply cannot let them have middle every single round. Now, having these defensive setups and chucking them in every now and then is fine, but that's 2 rounds in a row now. They've held right back, and Fnatic, sure, they gave up the last round, but it was still close. I have to hold on to the AWP and 2 rifles here. Luckily, there's a Krieg amongst the ranks as well. That's going to be 5-1 on the T side. Already a map up. This is falling out of their grasp. Navi will be able to buy into this round, but he's starting to string some rounds together here. Yeah, and I'm actually very intrigued to see if there is a change up in the CT setup. This is Boomich's quote-unquote hero play. He had to take initiative, there's no doubt about it. Charging through the smoke certainly catches them unawares, but unfortunately his teammates Molotov made short work of him after the catch. Timeout called, and that makes sense. Navi don't want to let this one spiral out of control. There's more than enough time in this half to completely and totally rebound, but you've got to resolve this issue. Banana and mid cannot be lost, and that has been the crutch of the issue for Navi in the last 2. Well, they started off with so much confidence. Simple pushing down towards the T steps on the pistol round. He might have put himself in a weird headspace after that one, because now, very conservative Counter-Strike. That's not always something I attach to Navi with the skill they have within their team, with Electronic, Simple, with Perfecto coming in as well. You'd think that they'd be a little bit more aggressive if feeling themselves on the CT side of Inferno. But 1 scrappy round is all they've got to their name so far. Simple with 5 and 3, Flamey 0-4. Same story for Perfecto. Still 2 players who haven't contributed a kill yet. It's getting out of hand. It's been a while since we started Inferno. Change of setup though. They're actually going to challenge Banana, like, thankfully. So they can't just lose both parts of the sides of the map at this point. Let's see if they can hold on to it. They send Perfecto for his early utility, and he'll be rotating in towards A, especially considering the amount of noise and players. Bullets as well. Simple draws the fire, and Electronic! A secondary cursory bullet thrown into Crims as he drops off the balcony. Puts them in good stead to pick up their 2nd here, a crucial one. Smoke arriving just as Flusher did. Maybe, just maybe, Golden and Flusher with their nades combined. There's 2 smokes and a flash, and Molotov as well. Golden's going to use everything they can, all the tools in the arsenal to give it a good go, but landing rather soft. It's Boomich to lock them out. JW tagged up and trying to stop that AWP from being touched. Nice. Much better from Navi there. proactive at the start of the round, challenging and pushing them back, not letting them have full control of the map here. And it ends up with a clean sheet. The first one they're going to post, unless JW has anything to say about it, which he won't. But there it is. Navi with 2 on the board now. Money not quite broken for Fnatic, but they're getting there. All hovering around $4,000. Probably got one more buy within them. And they're going to take it as well. You know that Navi haven't got established yet with the reinvestment of grenades coming through. Even they kept 5 players up. You're going to want to answer back straight away. This was scary for Electronic. The smoke goes down. Look how much conviction behind the shot as well. Just a couple of bullets. It looked like he had no problem in the world seeing that, as we'll see. Round 8 coming through. AWP for Simple. 2 creeps on the CT side, and they can still get back into this. Very early days in the half. Challenging towards B again. I like this.
Close Molotov, Golden will extinguish. So we're now seeing the usual protocols. Boomich towards the sandbags, like a moth to the flame. And indeed, does bring him down just a little bit. Still trying to overstay his welcome. He really wanted to fight that.
See what I mean? He always wants to be at the sandbags position. Like, fair enough, he stayed alive for quite an impressive amount of time there, but this is against a low buy, and you've given them a kill where no one can trade it. Like, no one can do anything about that to help you out.
Now mollies are failing, and the nades from Fnatic quite the opposite. Lands on Flamey's noggin, puts it all onto Electronic to defend B. He's got the perfect weapon for the job.
So they've got a minute on the clock here. If you're smart, you're not just running in towards B here. We know players like Electronic, if you just run through smoke and give them 3 targets, they can hit them all day long. Use that clock, find out where they're positioned, what you're up against. Sure, there's a chance you can get picked off 1 by 1, but it's better than running through grey screen and when you've got Galils and everyone's spraying and panicking. Let's just take stock of this moment and see what we've got available to us. A 5-man execution anywhere and a 5 versus 3 is much better than just running in a blind panic.
Certainly, and you can see that restraint really paying off for Fnatic, because as they gather, as time ticks, with still an abundance of it left on the clock, 5 members.
Good smoke.
Look what it's done. That will shave 15 seconds off the already shortening clock.
So he's come in and thrown a smoke, and he's going to walk back towards A, hoping that's enough to funnel them back towards the bigger bomb site, which makes sense. Unfortunately, it's not going to be translated here. Electronic will do his best to block the smoke. He's actually done a reasonable job, and he'll go towards Emo here. He needs 2 kills. Nothing else will do. There's the first!
Oh,
that's 3!
My goodness.
Oh, that's actually huge. He could actually win the round now off that.
2 would have been good. 3 is phenomenal. Electronic gives them a chance. And it's Perfecto and Simple's responsibility to finish what he has started. Simple crawling from Banana. Perfecto through already towards the construction. Has the opportunity to challenge from CT. Golden tucked in on Emo. JW ready and waiting for that 1v1. Should the construction walk come in. Bomb half gone. Flashes from Simple. JW, he's already 3 frags deep, and that molly's heading towards New Box. Nobody's home, though. That's going to continue to rot the clock, and I think Navi running out of options. Certainly now Golden's hit that shot. Electronic, he did everything he could to overcome the odds, but it's Fnatic to secure and seal the 6th.
It was a decent effort there, you've got to say. Electronic had to get 2. He gets 3, and it's still not enough. Great effort, but unfortunately, if you win that round, it doesn't really do too much for you. Luckily, they still have money going forward. They've got a double up setup here after winning with a clean sheet before, but that's a massive round for Fnatic. 6-2, double up setup now. Flamey with 1 and 5, he's mowing them down. That's why the Krieg's so good on the CT side, because it has so much armor penetration. You can just mow multiple enemies down there. So, impressive scenes. We'll see 2 players of our helmets here, which works out for Crims, considering he's got the Mac 10.
Secondary AWP has been taken to a relatively aggressive line. It's Flamey looking to catch someone unawares, and JW does fall, still challenging, misses the shot, and is immediately traded. Flusher did well to catch the bullets on the cross, but my goodness, they're both taking a great deal of damage from that Molotov. $600 well spent. Roland the Lone Wolf. His pack towards Banana.
Simple. Great spot. No smoke down in his position so far. Even if it does, you can swing out. Got the man advantage for now, but can they hold on to it? Boomage towards the coffin position. Simple looking to throw a few more bodies into it. There it is. That's the perfect shot off the flashbang, and it sets up Boomage in a spectacular manner. This is looking more promising now for Navi. Bombs down, 4 versus 1. Smoke towards spawn. Crim's just going to try and inflict any sort of financial damage he can. If you can get a plant, that'd be great. The money is going to be completely wrecked after this.
That was like one of those reaction speed tests. Like,
yeah.
Click when your screen turns white. Boop.
Or black in this case, sometimes.
Yeah, can be.
If it happens, it's you white casting.
It's such a challenge. hard mode commentary.
4-on-1, Crims will be at least getting the bomb down here. That's okay for Navi. Like, they don't want to sacrifice a few players. That could have been a fake plan. Let them get it down. Close it out together.
And they're going to do this. Pinpoint precision. Simple's already staring at him. He hits that in one. Never mind. A good spray will dissuade Simple. And yeah, had it been clean, a chance to continue to inflict damage to the Navi economy, which is far from stable. But defuse comes in, so does the third. That's going to be Navi. They're still having very spotty rounds, yet to string two together, Hank, and that's going to be necessary if they want to continue to be competitive on their map pick.
Yeah. General temperament doesn't look too good in the camp right now. There we go, fist bumps. What did I see? An auto sniper there? Maybe I missed. I don't think I did. Either way, it's double orb setup, and the Krieg is coming through. You're right, though. As soon as that flashbang comes in, pulls the trigger straight away and absolutely mows him down from coffins. That's Boomich getting it done. Electronic to close things out there in the 4 versus 1 with Crims. Gets a bomb plant down. That's extra $800 per player. But ultimately, this is going to be an eco now. Fnatic with just Deagles, PD50s. But trust me, if you watch Fnatic back in the day, they can win these rounds. Very different team, of course, but just a couple of players in the brand Inferno, they can make this work.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We've seen them even win it with less, but it is only going to be 3 Desert Eagles, not the full deco. To Simple's crosshair they walk. He's been really mixing it up. We've seen him aggressive banana, aggressive middle, now playing pit just to catch that inquisitive T towards short. Not more where that came from. So Electronic draws their fire. Simple opts for the re-peek, and Perfecto's there as well to ensure that this one doesn't spiral. Saying that, balcony is eliminated. Electronic and Perfecto, excuse me, Simple and a Perfecto remaining on this A defense. The ready to be players starting to relocate, and it's Fnatic. They're not playing necessarily to win here, but trying to catch that overextending CT, getting a little too nervous, a little too hot-headed. Not to be collateral even. That will be Navi finding the necessary 4th. Bit costly, losing 2 players, but still, that's exactly what the doctor ordered, and we'll start to close that gap.
Navi back on track here, but a lot of work to be done. Flamey starting to come to life. A couple of frags to his name of that secondary orb. But Fnatic, if you just said they were going to get 6 rounds on a T-side Inferno on their pick, they'd probably be okay with that. They've already got that in the bag and a chance to get a lot more here as we enter round number 11. And he's not amazing. Crims will be down to the Galil. If he didn't catch his first map performance, managed to get 20+ frags in the first half. A little bit slower this time, but it is the T-side Inferno. You can't really snowball in the same sort of manner. We will see whether this is where Simple, changing his position up towards the apartments, can really start to cause some damage. Currently sat on 8 and 5.
Certainly not predictable on this Inferno CT side. Secondary orb for Flamey would be set up in that reaction angle we saw Simple thrive in before. Challenged and immediately shut down. Brolin gone. An advantage for Navi. Perfecto's actually been boosted up on that ledge. It's a powerful position, but it does mean that should balcony duel be lost, it does look like it's coming. Golden wants to take that fight. Perfecto could really get caught in a very awkward circumstance. Lots of ifs and buts. This is the duel. Golden is head and shoulders ahead of the pack in this push. Does have the hay bale smoke. Just dribble out and landing on the balcony, but he can play around it. Electronic, he stands his ground and sprays out the first. Solid, and Navi heavy advantage, which does look like it's going to continue to favor.
Yeah, I think you might be right here. This is going to try and get a scrappy plant down if possible. JW's found an opening. Simple, though. Does he want to commit to this? Try and deny the plant. He spots the player. Oh, it's an amazing shot there, but JW still has a chance here. Significant damage inflicted towards Boomich. A sigh of relief there from Simple. You can see it. This is not a comfortable series for them whatsoever, but he hits a really great shot there towards the side. I didn't think it was possible, but he always continues to amaze me.
Yeah, Boomich going low as well. That was a pretty valiant attempt from the last man standing of Fnatic. JW had that bullet connected. He disappears into balcony. Very awkward circumstance. But instead, Navi, we said they had to connect them. Well, that's 3 on the trot. And another first blood from that Ukrainian star orber. This is his third. This is what blew Henry's away. Through the corner of the box, just a shoulder of Flusher as the bomb went down. Lovely work and into the pistols and nades for Fnatic.
Tech9 is out, blast from the past, in the hands of Golden. JW and his CZ are removed, unfortunately, for Fnatic, as Navi started to string multiple rounds together now, looking for 4 in a row. Money getting stronger and stronger towards the tail end of this first half. They can end up winning this half. That'd be fantastic, considering the position they found themselves in. They were 5-1 down. Now find themselves just 1 round away from Fnatic at 6-5. Smoke towards spawn here from Golden. Void. Incendiary in response, and then it's got the run through that.
Perfect flash, it forced him off. The second 3 players crossed his screen. Flamey, it seemed a pretty tight spot with that AWP, but fortunately Boomic's rifle is there. And that's enough to at least keep them busy. Now though, getting a bit awkward, and the Tech9 tags up Flamey. He's got 4 HP. 1 bullet from the CZ will do, but he's still hitting shots. And that's another for Navi. The stars are starting to align, and it's all of them. Simple, 13, Electronic, Boomich, both in the double digits as well. Between the 3 of them, 33 frags. And the rest of Navi with just 5. Flaming Perfecto quiet, but still considerable solid defense now. 4 in a row.
Really solid there. Flamey especially. Couple of kills, but very important ones. It denies the plant and any sort of further casualties as well. I don't know how he gets away with that one on such low HP, but he makes it work. Simple there to back him up. As we get into round number 13 here, we're all tied at 6-6. Simple, you can see that confidence starting to creep back in now. He's thrown an Incendiary down to T-steps. He doesn't fully commit towards second middle, but starting to take more ambitious angles at the start of each round. Still plenty of life left in this best of 3.
Perfecto is towards the sandbags area this time, and 3 CTs aggressively vying for control of the banana, but at what cost? The Molotovs actually locked them in there. If this fight comes in, there's no retreat, and through the flames, Golden took the risk and found the frag. Advantage T-side.
What can they do with it though? Still have 3 smokes just to put on towards Arch. No gap to be seen. Simple tucks himself in towards garbage, but he wants to go for the smoke by the looks of things, thinking about it. This is a very Simple-esque play.
Not many players do this and we don't scream, what is he doing? Oh, and the no-scope misses. That's the punishment.
Yeah.
That's why there's doubt.
Sure, like he's more than likely going to hit that no-scope most of the time, but if it ever misses, he's done for, right? He can't do anything about that. It's a freebie for Fnatic. Going through the smoke, managing to find Simple the sniper rifle. And at this point, 4-on-2, might as well hold on to what they have. No chance going to pull this one off.
You know what? If this game had a physical copy of it, I'd say take that round and put that in your theory folder about Simple being feeling like he has to do it all again. You know, like that's a good round to put in the...
Yeah, I'm not sure why he wouldn't fall back towards Arch at that point. Like, I understand what he's doing. He's trying to listen out for footsteps and see what's going on. But as soon as they're there, you could see from his playstyle, he knew they were on the side of that smoke. He was ready and waiting for the no-scope. But even if he did get one, he was certainly going to go down as soon as the second came through as well. So, decent attempt. Didn't quite work out for him. Fnatic will take the lead at 7-6. Did slow down in the mid stages here, but it's still a decent half, to say the very least. Orbs out, maybe in a double man out once again. Money starting to be depleted on the Navi side. Kits available across the board in terms of grenades as well, but money down to absolute 0 at this point for the majority of the players. Flamey still has $1,500 residual, but that's about it as we get into round 14 here. Kriegs are out, and the AK-47s. Big round. Whoever gets this one might be picking up the last 2.
That means an awful lot. Flamey, great first blood, just on the edge of the wall. JW's brains now splattered around Banana. Doesn't dissuade his teammates. Golden following in his footsteps, Flusher in tow. And at the 90-second mark, we are seeing a redeployment of utility towards Banana. Brolin caught by Simple. Oh, and he's got the support of Perfecto through the smoke, finds his second fragger of this map. It's been quiet from the new Navi player. Oh, and the teamwork, dreamwork, slowed down by a Perfecto spray. Simple catching Golden on that pallet to just catch an angle over the smoke.
Yeah, Flush up, not going to have much of a chance here. Flamey and Simple starting to look a lot sharper here. They do tie things up once again at 7-7. Hitting some great shots here. I managed to catch it from Simple's POV towards Boiler. He's looking very fast, very sharp. 15 kills and 7 deaths. Now, this is more like it. As we find ourselves going to that final round of the first half. It's the first timeout for Fnatic here. Goes to show you how confident they've been feeling, but slightly rattled now, going to assess their options for the round 15 because they've got Flusher with $2,900. He'll have to go down to a Mac 10 perhaps, but he's probably fine with that. Opts to the deal instead. JW 5 grand. Haven't seen the T-side orb come out just yet. Does he want to address that? Goes for the AK instead. It makes sense. So 1 Mac 10, 1 Desert Eagle, 3 rifles. Everything in between available to them in form of utility. But this is the kind of round I feel like Simple's going to want to just kind of wrap things up in style. This first half, he's been getting more and more confident as this half develops. We'll see where he wants to go for an aggressive push to close things out.
It's a 3-2 split. They send both Simple and Electronic partnership to defend A, and the nades start to barrage into B, and this time Fnatic, though they have taken some heavy damage, it's the casualties on Flamey. Boomich down to 40 as well. Quick start in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, good point. That's Flamey, who found success at the start of the previous round with an opening kill through the wall. He's the one removed now, and damage has been inflicted towards Boomich as well. You can see a bit of a fake being set up here by Flusher. Normally so happy to be alone towards B, and once again he will be. He's going to be smoking towards the coffins, flashing over, just keeping 2 players towards B. For the meanwhile, though, it's going to be the apartments, the main focal point of the round. Simple has to hit a couple of shots again. The first one rattles by, goes down low as well. He can't really be as combative now. And through the smoke, he will be dropped. JW, actually with a wraparound towards Arch there. So it's now a 4 versus 2. The other 2 players towards B, because Flusher was holding them on that side of the map. They surely can't do anything with this Perfecto left in a 4 versus 1 now.
Oh, what a lovely way to pick up that frag onto Boom. It's just that fade away headshot through the wall, immediately drawing his attention to the corner for JW to take that frag down mid.
Well, Perfecto, what have you got for us? The time is ticking away, I'm afraid. They know exactly where he is. Just going to be padding stats at this point. 8-7. It was a flying start for Fnatic there. They managed to have a 5-1 lead, but Fnatic did give up a few rounds towards the end.
A bigger beast, that of Navi, and now 1/2 away from potentially finishing in 2. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and we're into that pistol round here on Inferno. I'm seeing CZs and nades, and it looks all weird. Henry, help me.
It does look a little strange, doesn't it? 2 CZs on the pistol of Inferno. CT side, you normally see 1 towards the border room, exactly how Brolan's position right now, but seeing 2 is a little bit different. That's going to be in the hands of Crims towards B. Great shot from Brolan. He hasn't got armor, but he has got headshots, and he'll smoke towards middle as well. Perfecto removed, and now Crims. He's to be baited into perfection. He's got the perfect weapon for the job as well, Alex. Flusher with a dumpster of a grenade, but it's not going to be enough. They will lose a frag. They'll have to drop the smoke. Will it buy enough time, though? They might commit through this, which they will. The flashbang's very good, though. He's running out of bullets, but he has got the kill.
What a god! He used all of his utility. He's still alive, and he's still hitting shots. Unbelievable from Flusher. He was left alone, but he problem solved it to brilliant levels.
The Flamey has found the CZ. Jumps up, didn't spot the CT there. You can sense that from his movement. We'll have to jump up again potentially. CT's coming in now. CZ, not the best at range, but Boomich getting the job done, and it's going to be this CT kill that might decide their fate. 2 versus 2 now. No kit available as of yet, and it's a pretty awkward plan as well. Kit found.
Yeah, Flusher's working with that, but he's the one that's furthest from the site. He's going to have to change his plan. Does clear out Emo, knows there's one construction, and he's starting to stick it. Holding this is JW. Boomich gets the necessary frag, though the bomb and the kit are connected, but no time. And despite the headshot, Navi will equalize. That's the pistol of Inferno going the way of those that picked it.
It was looking so good for Fnatic. They didn't really do much wrong there at all. It was down to that great pre-fire towards the half wall there. It was looking great. Flusher dumpstered them with the HE grenade, but they pre-fired Crims and then overwhelm him. He did a very good job to even get this utility down, as you mentioned. He gets a smoke there, decent flashbang, gets a kill. Should have been enough, but unfortunately it wasn't quite. They get the plan down there, and they played it very well on the Navi side, managing to close things out in the 2-on-1 as the force buy coming in full force here at round 17. We see Desert Eagle, CZs, and a JW Scout as well. He's almost got a helmet as well, I think. So there we go. He's going to be very keen to get stuck in. And we'll see 2 AKs on the Navi side. Simple tag straight away down to 31 points of health. Might want to swap the AK out.
That's a good point. Not quite in a position to do so just yet. Bomb on his back as well, so he's very cautious. Don't want to overcommit too much with it before he gets that weapon swap. Looks like Boomich is on his way now to coordinate. They swapped and then swapped back. Times like these, I wish I could speak Russian.
A lot of presence towards middle, but the vision has been restored for Fnatic. They still have 3 players on that side of the map. There's 2 towards B. Flush up, looking to get another big HE in. A little bit early on that one, but still the CZ could cause a massive amount of damage here. There's the first flashbang from Flush to assist him as well. Golden with 2, can he get the third? Surely not. Finally, silence there. We will see Simple upon the ball in the same spot, but it's through the smoke. Flusher emerges, and he will be looking for his 3rd kill here. He might have done enough to win the round. He absolutely has. The force buy is successful from Fnatic, and Flusher does it all, of course, through smokes, finding gaps and exploiting them.
He does have a particular flavor to his Counter-Strike. You only really see it when his name is at the bottom of the screen, but Flusher, huge play. And that is going to be a ridiculous addition to his stats. And just to give you a little taste of them, 9-10 doesn't sound too great. You're like, okay, he's delivering. That round was phenomenal, but throw in nearly 400 utility damage on top of that, Hank.
Has he really?
362.
Yeah, that's nuts. On the top side for Navi, it's Boomich 282. Also doing a good job in that department, but that's kind of insane. We'll get into round 18 here. Has to be the force buy and response. A very crucial round for Navi. Give this one up. Double digits for Fnatic. And Eco coming up next as well. And you've only got 1 smoke and 2 flashes on your T side here. Electronic's already been battered and bruised down to 16. I don't know how they make this work. You've got 1 smoke. You could smoke Arch and just go quad together. That's about it. You can't really go Bs. You can't smoke Coffins. You can over smoke Coffins or Spawn.
Yeah, and he's going to be the one to find that shot. It wasn't Flame. He did manage to land a bullet into Crims, but stands his ground at the back of that smoke. Perfecto holding the line. JW does have that movement speed advantage of the scout. Will be able to draw the fire. He's still willing to take that fight. Into Simple with the scout. Down to 26. Exchange of utility and speculative shots, but nothing quite connecting just yet. And that is a risky place for the bomb to be. Simple with 25 HP, entirely alone on the balcony. It's all about the element of surprise. But this one, Boomich didn't quite get the call from Perfecto, looking discombobulated.
Yeah, well, it'll be Electronic and Simple just at this point. If they can get a kill, it'll be better than absolutely nothing. The low HP and they're limping in with just a P250 and a Desert Eagle here. Shouldn't be much chance for anything as the Scout connects the first. And at this point, there's a single kill, but it's only the Scout that's removed. So it's not a huge deal. As we see double digits for Fnatic, as I mentioned, and of course the full eco now for Navi. Options very limited here. Just either rush B, hold up towards second middle, flash middle. That's about it. There's the replay from JW, just hitting pretty standard shots by his standards. And we'll see Perfecto, the ones to be removed. This was the awkward moment for Navi there. Electronic.
3 kills from the Scout, despite four other rifles being surrounding JW's $1,700. $1,700. That's how words work. Good nades again. Boomich tagged down. I feel like every single time Navi leaves spawn, someone starts the round with brutal amount of health taken away from them. This time it's Boomich.
I feel like those HE grenades, they're going to just try and dump those towards the corner and just go in. That's pretty much all they can do at this point. It's one of those rounds you just got no options at all. You're hoping you get a quick kill of the HEs and it's kind of snowballing towards the bomb side, but it's not going to work out for them in this point. Let's see if the Deagle can find anything at all. Are Fnatic going to get too aggressive?
A very valid question to ask with a team like that, but seems restrained for now. No issues. And after the nades not connecting, you make a good point. That was all.
Yeah, they were hoping a bit of damage would be there. Maybe a player overstepping the line, but for now, 2 players just showing presence towards the apartments. And we'll have Flush up and Golden just playing a bit of verticality here in the B bomb side. Just going to be raining down death from above, waiting for the initial bit of contact. Incendiary will go down. Here it comes, and at that point, they'll just hold up in the crossfires.
So Golden's in a prime position to throw that Molotov in response to Flush's wide
Exactly.
fight.
Doing everything they can. You can see JW inflicting lots of damage here. Good smoke should push them back towards B. We'll see. They might just run through the smoke at this point. Hold down. And indeed, those go for one by one. That's the bomb down. They have to go for this. And it's going to be a very comprehensive victory for Fnatic. Just simple remaining. And he'll be dealt with in due course as well. 11-8, looking to close this one out 2-0 on their CT side after losing the pistol here. They managed to win the second round Force Buy and convert that to 3 rounds in a row. Lots of money on the CT forces. Yeah. Brings over a FAMAS.
So combine the 2 rounds JW's just had, where he dominated with the scout and then just got a lovely little spray and pistol piece against the Nico. I feel like his energy and his confidence is going to be an all-time high. They're flush for cash. I'm expecting JW to give us a little bit more of an aggressive fight towards middle, and look at that, immediately considering it, but the flash deters. Backing away, Electronic this time is the one to be fall victim to the early damage.
Flusher, this banana position. He just has a greater read on it than anyone else, in my opinion. T-side, CD side, always good to go. Here in the other side, the flashbang's gone. They flashed themselves there. Look, there's no assist coming through. They came through the flashbang dance. They flashed each other, and it's led them to a 4-on-1.
That is a disaster from Navi. Perfecto's the first one I could see doing the dance. Yeah. And yeah, no assists from Fnatic. You're bang on. That's a team flash that may very well have lost them the round.
Maybe the game at this point is it's an eco up next as well. That's 13-8. That's a nightmare. You've decided to go through grey screen. Fine, that's okay. Like it's against the grain, but whatever. But then at that point, if you're flashing each other as well, it suggests you just haven't ran this enough. Like, I don't know how you all get so blind from your own flashbang.
That's a tough one. I'm actually very interested to know what the desk says about Inferno, regardless of who wins it. I think there's been a lot of kind of eyebrow-raising choices.
Some hairy moments.
Yeah.
Fnatic will punish you every single time for those sort of mistakes. That was a big round as well. They can't even force into this one. About 100 damage deployed there with another HE. Let's check in with the utility damage. Great shot from Flamey there. So Flush is a 435 utility damage. And everyone else hovering around 100. Golden at 286. So they're really just hammering them down with the HEs every single round.
Feels like Flush is dominating, but 12 frags to his name, middle of the pack, and a great catch.
Yeah, but like you said, though, that utility damage, he doesn't need kills. He's winning them rounds.
Every single time, someone from Navi has to work with an awkward amount of health. Good double from Golden, but into the site, Boomich does manage to get, and a scavenged weapon as well. Yeah,
winnable for sure. They haven't got armor, but Boomich with a Krieg at this position, he can make this work. Bit of damage, tickles Brolan towards CT spawn, 45 seconds here. Edge recovering all this utility, and a chance for a plant now, so that will go down no problem. I'm a little bit worried for Fnatic here. They're taking damage and not finding the quick kills they need to relieve the pressure.
Yeah, the more they wait, the more this gets awkward. They've got kits, they've got nades. It's just going to be a question of putting all the puzzle pieces together. Love the lineup from Brolan there. Aggressive molly to Emo all the way from construction, but there's Boomich and another one. You said winnable. You've got the faith. No armor necessary. Boomich, 3 kills to his name. Perfecto's even found a rifle in the meantime. Flush is completely focused on that. And Navi, they needed that. A Hail Mary win from their new in-game leader.
Absolutely. It looked like that was all going very well for them. The fact they found that incendiary, that was the kind of tipping point for me. So he could get the incendiary down towards ruins, then get a plant, reposition off that 7 seconds as well. That was actually perfectly played from Boomich. And he knew he had to be a lot more active in terms of his positioning there. He had to actually fight for some kills towards spawn. He couldn't let one towards the bomb site. Gets that first CZ kill. And now I'm looking to just gun them down here. It was a round Fnatic thought they had locked in. That was pistols, no armor. That wasn't a partial buy. That was an eco. So they're right back in this now. That was the biggest round of this map so far.
Huge work from Boomich. Of course, a long road ahead of them, but it just gives them the chance that was dwindling just the round prior. And again with the early damage. Is it nades? Is it bullets?
Bit of both then, I think.
Down. And more to come as well. Fnatic have had a CT side advantage.
Yeah.
Courtesy of their utility.
Flush just dropped 500 in total utility damage. So he's got a few more rounds to go as well.
He's not even alone as well. Golden sitting at a comfortable 300. These guys have killed 8 people with their nades accumulatively.
Yeah. That's a good way to think about it, because like you talk about Flush not having a massive amount of kills, but all that contributes in terms of his teammates' kills as well, right? It makes it easier to kill the opposition.
Certainly, especially on that CT side. I mean, these nades are softening them up for those M4s. Really powerful stuff. Another crucial round, though. Heroics from Boomich put them here. Now it's time to see if they're capable of keeping this wound open. Or if Fnatic are quick to find the medkit. Lines up and...
Okay. Getting a bit of luck themselves now, I like it.
Yep. Turn of the tides. And control of mid. Completely and totally, even with apps control as well. This is looking pretty daunting for Crimson Brawler, and they're going to have to do something rather special on this pincer. Every aspect of A is being taken simultaneously. Brawler knows he has to be proactive. It's a good fight to take. Drops off and actually surviving. This isn't too bad. But from behind, Boomich goes down. Crypt is getting another one. Fnatic, that's a valiant hold on A. But a late rotate from Golden and Flusher, they're going to be miles away. They gave it a real good go.
It felt like it was all coming together then. The 180s were coming through. Crims was hitting shots, but Navi are going to find double digits, and they're looking convincing now after winning that in that eco round. They've strung 2 together. They've got 3 players alive at this point. They are down, but they're not out. Fnatic will hold on to 2 M4s here as Flusher investigates his options. He's currently sat in the arch. Won't be going for this one, of course. Just has managed to get the AWP. That's going to be beneficial going forward. Money not completely broken as long as they save these 2 weapons here. Great stuff from Navi, though. Looking much more efficient. Electronic and simple, finding a couple of kills between them. See the round come through, 12-10. I
think Simple starting to believe after, I think, a lapse of that for a moment. Perfecto yet to come online, despite Navi sitting very competitive here. Let's see that turn. Lovely catch. Brawler and Crims. Had Brawlen finished that frag onto Simple on short, that could have been a different round, you know.
Absolutely. It felt like there was something special brewing there, but unfortunately, they can't quite close it out. It's going to be 12-10 Navi. Strong buy, of course, after a couple of successful campaigns here on Inferno. Boosting above the smoke. It's going to be Golden. Gets himself on half wall. Already got the incendiary down, so bought himself some time. Strong flash over the top. Does make things a little bit more complicated, but a lot of damage inflicted there. A kill found for Flusher. Another HE lands on Boomich, and they just want to fall back at this point and hold on to the advantage they found.
Yeah, clear evidence as to why this was picked by Fnatic. There is so much variance in every way.
They played against Renegades earlier in the tournament on Inferno. They were averaging 50 damage per round in terms of utility. So that's like, that just goes to show you they're very well versed in this map, and they're focusing really on working as a team on the CT side. And
that was the number that was pinned to Astralis when we were calling them the best in the world at Inferno and at utility damage. About 50. So damn, Fnatic on par. The early adventure in Banana quietens. Flame will we get in the lineup for Longside. Molly's going to buy a bit of time for JW to reposition out of the Longside completely, actually going to join Brawlen in this mismatched SMG and AWP hold. Here comes the pincer. Body of the assault from Quad, and if Crims gets this timing right, he can exploit them. Brawlen charging into apartments, bomb already loose, leaving the hands of Boomich, and JW doesn't finish with 1, takes a second before sent to the grave, and with 9 seconds and 13 HP, Simple can do nothing. And in response, fist bumps exchange for the Swedes, and the 13th on the board, 3 rounds away from picking this up in 2.
Absolutely true. It's going to be a terrorist timeout. I'm going to say this right now. They don't call nearly enough timeouts on the Navi side. They've brought Blade in, right? And
that's a
what is he doing? Like, he's like the dad of the team. Why is he not at least calling for more timeouts? Like, they took 1, like, at map point, I think it was, in the last map. Like, that was about it. Like, you've brought this dude in, and he's like one of the most experienced in-game leaders from your region, who's a lot calmer than the rest of the youngsters in the team. It's a very young squad, actually, in Navi. And you want him to be chiming in as much as possible. I don't know whether it's down to him or a choice in the players, but he doesn't seem to come in as much as I would like, at least. Like, I guess they've still got 2 pauses, maybe he's saving it for the very end, but this was going dramatically wrong. Remember, they were 5-1 down. That's only their second timeout. You'd think he'd come in before, but they've stabilized by themselves, I suppose.
I suppose Blade has...
Just an observation.
But it is something to keep an eye on as well during Navi's, you know, grueling tasks in the days ahead. How often are they actually using that powerful button they have to call that timeout and get Blade, who likely is very hands-on outside of the officials?
Yeah, there's a wild speculation for me. I don't know what he does with the team, to be honest, but you would think he's working very hard and having a lot of say what's happening.
I mean, I can help back you up a little bit with the idea of Blade's system. He's talked about this system he wanted to implement, and it required a change in leadership and a change in structure that Navi have been undergoing recently. This system that he talks about likely probably has some good insight on it during those timeouts. But into a crucial round again. It's the 24th And banana control, an exchange of utility, and eyes from Navi have managed to get past that half wall. Flame's going to try and throw the same smoke he threw before. But significantly less teammates with him on this one, but just a flash and a spray.
It's quite obvious now. The fact he's fired shots there, they're going to have to commit off this one. It's a 4B assault. A stack towards the new boxes here. Will they detect the second player? Boomich will, but it hasn't got the time or the space to take him down. 3 versus 2 might be considering a save here. We have got one player at the very top. JW's found them an access point. It's going to be both players coming in from this side of the map, and they have got a very strong setup on the Navi side. Perfecto and Simple, and the latter up high, waiting to get that first kill.
Rollins begging him to wait for his flashbang. You could see he was falling back to try and line something up, but instead, a Molotov retrieved towards the Emo forces. The fight! Simple's ready for that fight. A 3rd frag in the round, 21 total, and an 11th for Navi. Stops the 14th, and running away for the Swedes instead does seem to be closing that gap. That's going to be 3 in the last 4 going in favor of the T side.
They've got themselves in a real pickle here, Fnatic, unfortunately. We're getting to the tail end of this second map, and the money's at 1,400 for Crims, 1,900 for Brolan. Lost bonus not established at all. So you're either double eco or you force buy this round and hope for the best. So we'll see what they've got in mind. This is a real test of the coach at this point. He's been brought in. It's basically his call with the timeout. He's going to be the one deciding this. If it was me, considering it came down to a tie round the previous one, and you're going to be double eco regardless on a couple of these players, I don't know. Maybe go for it. It's like pick your poison time. There's no correct answer. It just depends on what the team's mentality is. I'm seeing CZ's purchase an MP9. It doesn't look like a full investment. A couple of players are going for it. So Flusher and Crims are fully investing. Yeah, they're sending it. They've gone for it. CZ's one MP9. And if they give this one up, it's almost certainly going to be 13-13, if not worse.
Perfect framing from Mr. Greer of just what Fnatic have decided to do. They called the timeout to make this choice. Leaning towards utility. And the pistol. CZ75. Fnatic. Historical organization in this game. I think at one point the CZ was in their logo. And now 4 of them in the server for the squad. Good push from Flusher. Damage inflicted towards Electronic. Simple's worse for wear as well, but numbers favoring Navi as they find themselves gathered in spawn. They've worked it out. They've seen the nades and they've seen the push. They know the force is present.
Surely Navi can close this one out, but they have taken considerable damage, that's for sure. In terms of utility, Fnatic have 2 smokes and 1 flashbang. Their general setup is focused towards the quad side of the A-bomb site. Golden trying to fend them off to the best of his ability. With a single smoke at the top of half wall, he's going to be making some sound cues, jumping around, hoping it's enough to get them away from this side of the map and walk into the Lion's Den. He's got the only significant weapon as well, the MP9. If you can find those low HP players and just send them packing towards A, it could be enough, but it looks like their final objective might be towards B here. Setting up the smokes now, 35 seconds. Rotations coming through. Bomb is making its way up towards B. A change, though. Electronic's the one with the bomb on his back, and he's at the very bottom. They're not committed just yet. With 25 seconds, they've got to make their mind up.
Yeah, they do seem a little indecisive, and Golden's got 1 and managed to get away with the MP9. What's the reaction? It seems a little shaken. 2 of those players have got low HP, and there's low time on the clock as well. 15 seconds. Golden's playing it so well. Just surviving is integral to the success of his team. 8 seconds. Where's that bomb? Perfecto. Crucial into CT. Bomb down courtesy of Electronic, and there is nothing that Crims can do. Navi, they stem the bleed.
Ooh, it was getting a little bit hairy towards the end of that round, but overall it looks like it's going to be a safe one. As we'll see, Crims, the last player remaining here, he's now got a Krieg and no longer has a head. Unfortunately, it's going to be 13-12. As I mentioned, that force buy suggests it's almost certainly going to be 13-13. They will be able to buy up in the next round, but Navi at this point have a bit of a freebie in round number 26. Nothing can really be purchased, all averaging about $2,000. They'll be getting 3rd stage loss bonus into the next round, which is going to be $2,400, so they just have to hold on to absolutely everything they can. They cannot even afford a P250. That's how bad it is right now.
That is a nasty way to summarize it. Golden just had a little extra spending money. Went to the corner shop, got his pick and mix. Found a Desert Eagle.
Not bad.
Better than a white mice. Boosted him up, and that's a powerful shot from the Krieg.
Yeah, they're filling it now. You can see this is the Navi we expect on Inferno. Haven't really seen any of them today. Dust 2 was pretty woeful from them, but this is now starting to come to life.
Don't you know that Navi do best when they're having like a full-blown argument?
Yeah.
That's when they play their best Counter-Strike. They just have to be hating each other after a couple of oopsies, and then they just seem to find that resilience necessary. Certainly the case here is this looks like the 13th, just the full eco, and 3 players remaining. Even finding SMG frags just to add an extra cash to their pockets for this adventure. So yeah, that bomb will go down. The rest are formality at this point.
Indeed. Not really much can be done with 2 USPs and a 5-on-2. But there it is, Navi. Very happy with that. They've got a nice reservoir of cash to operate with going forward now. Don't have to hunt these players down, but they could farm some cash. Yeah, I see what they're trying to do there, but you need to have a bit of restraint. They give 2 kills away. Luckily, nothing saved, and we will see 13-13 come through. Money's still not great for Fnatic. That's why I said 13-13, potentially worse, because you're going to have some compromises here. There it is, Golden with an SMG to kick things off straight away. They will be buying into this, but to have utility, great shot by the way from Electronic. To have utility, 1 player, maybe 2 have to go SMG. This is wild from Brolan.
That's lovely work through the flowers. Somewhat of a flower himself.
A beautiful one.
Certainly. When the Krieg is in his grasp, there is nothing more beautiful. Let the nades fly. Let's keep your eyes on that early damage. Boomich is burning, tucked into the corner at just 9. And Flusher knows. He's jumping, he's trying to throw shots down. Golden wants to do the same. Boomich, he's cowering, quaking in his boots. His team wants to support him. Electronics on log. Simple there as well.
I feel like he gets away with it somehow. He's so good at surviving a banana. I don't know what it is. A sandbags, he always seems to have 2 HP and gets away with it. He's done it again. He's given them banana control essentially there by surviving and sending the CTs back once their utility was diminished. So, 1 minute 10. What have we got in store here? Could be the B execution. The bomb is falling back, however, so they'll leave Electronic there for now with the smokes deployed, hoping to keep Crims, who's rotated from A on that side of the map, at least for now.
Navi looking to take the lead. For the first time since the Fnatic slew of rounds in the middle of the first half. Electronic's going to try and sell this as best he can. There's still 3 CTs invested at the 30-second mark. Now Smoke's pluming on A, and Flusher, he's getting a wiggle on. Realizing his assistance may be needed, second-guessing himself all the time. JW and Brolin about to be tested in a very big way. 1, not enough, it has to be more, and it's only JW with a FAMAS. A long fight versus Simple, he shouldn't have a chance, but now JW does connect onto Perfecto. Flusher arrives just in the nick of time.
Quite awkward, but 8 seconds is enough time to get that bomb planted. This is another huge round here. Boomich down to 3 points of health, still alive and kicking here on the bomb site, and it will have the MP9 coming in from the apartments here. Have they got any flashes? Not at all. So it's going to be down to timing here, whether they can actually flush Electronic out.
And Electronic's now going to be busy with Golden. If he can stay alive just a little longer, that makes Boomich's job all the more difficult.
Once they take Boomich out, that should be it.
You'd think, but he's still alive. How is he not dead? Finally, they find him. Crims. Boomich, the Live Lord, it will just be 1. They have got the time for the defuse. Fnatic win the retake to secure a magnificent 14th. I mean, that's finally breaking back against Navi. 3 in a row from the CIS squad and right back from the Swedes. 14 now to 13. 2 away from that magic number.
Yeah, still a lot of work to do, though. We give one of these rounds up, and it ties at 14-14. They'll be broken once again. This was not a clean round. This is a desperate finish here. They had no utility. One player with a kid has had to batten down the hatches there, work together, and hope that Electronic wouldn't get multiple kills. Luckily, he only gets to 1 here. Their money starting to look a little bit weak on the Navi side as well. This could decide the outcome of the map right here, right now. Round number 28. Both teams struggling financially. Navi trying to avoid series points here. Fnatic, in terms of the setup, we'll be having 2 players towards B. That's going to be Golden, joined by Flusher. I'll be trying to push that position, but much slower pace this time. Waiting for the initial utility to be exchanged, and then Boomich will go up. Maybe not wanting to receive 97 damage at the start of the round.
Full HP bar for Boomich with 20 seconds off the starting clock.
It's a new record.
Jokes aside, Brolin Does look like he's going to be flashed in for a re-aggression, and Simple, so quick on the trigger, playing his reaction game again. This time the head of Golden is his victim. And with that control, they'll leave just one man there and advance now towards JW's position. Flashed off, forced to tuck in on the site.
Very tense now. You can hear the communication on the Navi side. One mistake, this all falls apart, and they've isolated Perfecto. His teammates can't help him out. It's a great incendiary. Back to a 4-4, and they've got one smoke, one Molotov on the T side. Electronic will lead the charge towards B. I think that it's going off this flashbang. Flusher eats it, but here comes a flash in return. He can actually swing off this, needs a quick kill. That might be enough, and that certainly will be. 4 versus 2 now, but Simple's still alive and well. Flamey hits a great shot, gets them right back in the round now. 3 versus 2, bomb to be planted. It has to go down right now. Flash to go in. Do they commit off this or wait until they have the manpower available? It's the latter. Flamey down to 18 points of health. Kit available, smoke as well. You're going to want to chuck down the bomb and cause chaos here. And maybe even just towards B, just to isolate Simple. He's got the HP and the skill to make this one work.
His first challenge, GW passes it, flying colours a second, and the third is on his way. It's the King of Kings, it's Crims, 1v2, no issue for Simple. 4 kills in one of the most crucial rounds of this game so far, and it is going to be the man with the number 1 in his name. Number 1, not yet in the ranking, stolen from him by a Frenchman. It's the Swedes for now. He sets his sights upon round 29 of Inferno, and it's back straight level.
Absolutely epic there from Simple. You could see it, all this going through his brain at that point. He knew he had the perfect position, enough health to make it work as well. He opened up the round with this great shot. Flashed, of course, takes Golden down, and then this is a perfect play. Spacing a little bit off of Fnatic, I suppose, but generally speaking, it was a very chaotic situation, and Simple, he didn't make a single mistake there. Brilliant. And you know that's crushing for Fnatic. They know it as well. Punching himself in the head there.
Yeah. Better than the desk, I'd argue.
Cheaper.
It's his own property.
Yeah. So that was the nightmare scenario for Fnatic. Pick your poison again. Do you force buy here and potentially give up the map, or do you take an eco, give up map points, and then try and play for overtime?
I don't even know which poison I prefer, to be honest. I guess that's the whole idea of the analogy.
Yeah, they're both pretty bitter.
Yeah,
that's
both pretty damn brutal.
So they've taken, like, not even a partial buy. This would be an eco, so they are playing for overtime, essentially. So you've got 3 HEs. Dumb those down towards T-steps at the start of the round, perhaps. Like I said, if ever there was a team to win at this sort of buy, though, Fnatic would be up there, historically. 2-0 would be great. They really could feel it in the previous round as well. As I mentioned, had they won that one, the boot would be on their foot. It'd be Navi with SMGs and pistols right now at series point.
Gosh, and it was Simple to save it. Opened it and closed. A round before. There are 3 nades here. If we see some similar scenes to what we've already witnessed here on Inferno, those pistols will do a good chunk of damage. Nades to follow up could be deadly, but I mean, this is a Navi fully armed to the teeth. Nade does very little. Simple's looking for that fight. He is burning just a little bit. A sound cue for Golden to try and punish, and tags up Electronic down to 47, but this isn't even a commitment with the bomb. They're just going hunting.
If you're careful, there's a player at the back there. Let's just flush up. P250 in hand. Simple's got CT spawn. More promising situation for Navi, that's for sure.
Just letting him go by.
Just get under the skin.
Simple, you've been punished for this before. He goes for the stab. You cheeky boy, it's 14-14. This is Katowice Simple. You've really got to be cool.
Yeah, his teammate went down for that knife. I hope it was worth it. Like, they're going to win the round regardless, but still. It always scares me when he pulls out that knife. He always seems to pick his moments.
Yep. Well, he calculated it. He knew it was safe. The back was turned for a while. There was no steps behind him, but regardless, Navi will secure the 15th and a new lease of life for them found.
Unfortunately, like, if you let him get a kill, like, the humiliation aspect of it is completely removed at that point. It's not like you've owned him. You've let him get a kill, then you've knifed him in a quite a scrappy way as well.
Yeah.
If you got a really clean, like, backstab on him, that's cool. Like, that would annoy him, but that probably wouldn't. If anything, just let him pay off his debt for the P250.
I was wondering if that dink would catch them on the retreat, but no issues with the radius, and Navi 1 round away from taking us to a 3rd. Analysts had high expectations, Pimp in particular, is expecting Navi to perform better on this map. Well, he's absolutely right. This has looked much more regimented than what we saw on Dust 2. But to really confirm it, to really get Fnatic sweating, they have to take this, and they have to take it cleanly. We do see the fruits of their labor with the saving for the overtime battle, but it's still for masses, Henry. It's still not gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not ideal. They maybe invest a little bit too much, even with the HE grenades and CZs in the previous round. I think that should have been the clean eagerness for everything you can at this next round. Is the replay, like I said, like unless you get a clean backstab, it's not really that cool. But either way, it gets him 1500. It's the last round regardless, Alex. So it doesn't really matter. We'll get into this one now. 15-14, looking to take us to a third map. Navi have risen from the ashes here. They were 5-1 down on their CT side of Inferno, and they've got all the way back to a 15-14 lead. One more round to do it. Fnatic limp into the round with a couple of FAMASs, 3 M4s, no kits, basic utility. We'll see whether they can pull this one off.
It's going to have to be some of the early damage Flush was seen inflicting before. In fact, he's the one to get a good catch on it. His FAMAS catches, so does his nade. Bullets there, Golden's nade on top, and Electronic's gone. We said it had to be some early damage. Well, there it is. One body from Navi dropped before you could really see anyone on Banana.
Good catch from Crims. Now they need to fall back. Hold the crossfires. Use the 5-on-3. You don't need to force the issue at this point. You're already incredibly low financially. You don't have much in reserve, so just fall back. Run that clock down. It's the main asset of Fnatic at this point. Navi have to try and recover in the 5 versus 3. They have one smoke. Make it 2. A Molotov and an HE. They're going to have to just take ambitious swings at this point, some challenges, and hopefully win out on a couple of them. One more player goes, and they're out. That's what I'm talking about. Just surprising challenges, making sure you hit the shot. Perfecto delivers.
Crucial one from Perfecto. His 8th, but it could very well give Navi a chance to close this in regulation.
Ooh,
time will tell. No problem firing off some shots towards Pit. That's the call. But still the CT's divided. Still Fnatic stand 2-2. Vigilant split.
20 seconds. They're going towards quad. Perfecto's going to try and swing in from the back. Another great shot. The new boy might save the day here. Crims just wants one. It's not going to happen. It's a hat trick for Perfecto. This might be enough to close out the map. A 5-on-3. Now a 3-on-2 in favor of Navi. It's up to Golden and Flusher. No kits, remember. Perfecto has carried them through the round. The third map is pretty much guaranteed at this point. Nothing can be done. And Perfecto saves the round out of absolutely nothing.
It doesn't matter how many frags. 8 frags in 29 rounds. It's those 3.
Yeah.
That secure it for Navi. Simple will close it, and that's the man on your screens. Quiet, but so loud when it mattered. Perfecto, a triple kill to overcome a 2-man deficit in the last round of regulation.